How to boost chicken feed intake. How to get faster growth and maximum weight gain of chickens in short period of time. This is the topic of today's life. If you are there with me, send message. Send where you are watching from. This is an interesting topic for every poultry farmer. How to boost your chicken feed intake and how to get the faster growth and maximum weight gain of chicken within short period of time. Every poultry farmer needs massive broiler or chicken weight within short period of time. The aim of every poultry farmer is to make sure that their poultry birds matures at the right time. Achieving faster growth and maximum weight gain in chickens requires a strategic approach to feeding. Many poultry farmers struggle with the low feed intake, leads to poor weight gain and reduced productivity and profitability. This particular video, we are going to go through 25 essential steps to improve feed intake and ensure optimal nutrition and maximum growth for your poultry birds. If you are there with me, please send your location where you are watching from. Once you join us, tap your hands double times on the screen. Tap your hands on your screen two times. That's double. You are going to get the best tips to grow the massive weight of your chicken within a short period of time. Step-by-step guide to boost your chicken feed intake and growth. Number 1, choose high quality feed. Someone will ask me, how do we get the high quality feed? Because most farmers depend on commercial feed. Then how do I know the one that is quality and the one that is not quality feed? That could be another topic for another day. How you know the quality feed. The feed should be rich in protein. Any feed you give to your chicken, and within 3 days you are not seeing any advantage or any added growth or weight, that feed is not worth of giving to your chicken. You need to stop it and change the feed. Your chicken is supposed to be gaining weight on daily basis. Every poultry farmer is supposed to have digital scale. Digital scale is very small, the portable scale. I think tomorrow's live, I will show you the digital scale so that every poultry farmer need to buy it. If you are into meat birds, please be weighing your meat chickens on daily. Once you join us, please send message. Send message, please. Just tell us that you are here and tell us your location. Tap your hands 2 times on the screen. Double 2 times so that it's a sign of liking the video so that the network will share the link to other farmers also. I'm supposed to have started since, but I want to make sure that many of us are already back, or today is working day. Some are out of their home, so they may not like what to watch this as they're coming back from work. So some may like to sit before they watch. So that's why I did it this time, so that we can be, at least we get relaxed. So if you just join us, tap your hands 2 times on the screen. Tap your hands 2 times on the screen like this. And tell us your location, where you're watching from. From tomorrow live, we will be joining 2 people. When you make call, you can join us on live also. I will not be talking alone. If you want to talk, you will accept your call. You will not tell us your issue. If you have an issue in your poultry farm, let us know. We'll treat your own matter one after the other. From tomorrow live, it will be 2 people at a time on live. One person will be going live with me at a time from tomorrow. So if you just join us now, please tap your hands 2 times on the screen and tell us your location, where you're watching from. Send message. Send us message that we know that we are here. I can see that we are about 3 here. So the first thing is choose high quality feed. Always use fresh, high quality feed with high nutrients. Balance your feed to make sure that it has all the nutritional compositions, all the vitamins, all the minerals, protein, and enough energy. It must be a balanced ration to encourage chickens to eat more, and this will avoid retarded growth. Please, if you are buying chicken food, make sure that feed is fresh. The aroma of the feed, you're supposed to know that this feed is fresh. If the feed is smelling like something that is rotten, please don't buy it or there is mud, or you open, or you see that flies are coming out of the feed, don't buy it. That feed is already lost its value. So if you give it to your chicken, they will not grow. That's what the mistakes some farmers make. Some farmers, because of, I don't know how I put it, ignorance is short. Anything they give them in it home, they won't even check. Make sure you check the feed very well before you take it home, because you have for it also. So you use quality feed with rich ingredients. You can know this also from even from the smell of the feed alone. We tell you that this feed has good aroma. It will serve my chicken. And any feed you give to your poultry birds, and you're not seeing additional weight on daily basis, that feed is not worth giving them at all. You stop and use another company. That's what you do. That's number one. Number two, ensure proper feed formulation. If you are formulating feed by yourself, make sure you have a very good feed formula for your poultry birds. Give them quality feed formula. Check our feed formulation process. You see that we have enough formula for all different birds and different stages of their lives. Madam Joy Ego, you are highly welcome. Good evening, sir. Thank you for this live team all the way from Aba. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. Please, many of you are here. Please send us your location. Send us message as you are here. Send us message. And if you have question, drop your question also. We'll be treating the question as we are also teaching. Madam Joy, God bless you for sending your message. Madam Joy, tap your hands 2 times on the screen. 2 times on your screen. Tap your hands 2 times on your screen to send us like, so that the platform will show the video to others, other farmers. As you are seeing the signal, some are not even seeing the signal also. Tap your hands 2 times on the screen. That is like the video. So ensure proper feed formulation. Make sure you have a very good feed formula that is very rich in protein. And if it is starter feed, make sure your starter feed has up to 24% crude protein. Don't go with 21%. Go with 24% crude protein. And if it is grower feed, your grower feed should be up to 18 to 20% crude protein. If it is finisher feed, your finisher feed is supposed to be 22% crude protein. Make sure the protein content is very rich. That is how you can be assured that this feed is going to achieve its purpose. Please, if the speaker is clear there, please send me a message that it is clear. Let me know, so I will not be talking to myself. Is the audio okay? Please let me know, please. And send me questions. Send your questions down. Is the audio okay there? Please, are you hearing me loud and clear there? Send me a message. If you are hearing me, send me a message. It's okay. Okay, thank you very much. Please, wherever you are watching, send your message. Thank you for that. The next one is feed the right pellet size. Some farmers make this mistake of feeding the wrong pellet size to your chicken. If they are starter, please use small pellets for your starter chickens, because they can't swallow the big pellets. And why are you going for pellets? You can even go for mash or scramble. Any of these can serve for your young chickens. Don't give them the size they cannot swallow. One, is going to affect their eating habits. They will not eat well. And if they don't eat well, yeah, thank you very much, Madam Joy Ego. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. If you have joined us, please send us message. Let us know that you are here with us. We are continuing this live. This live is going to be on daily basis. Then weekend should be between 6 p.m. Then ordinary days we can start by 7:38, because most people will be outside. They may go to work. As they're coming back, we don't want to disturb them. We want to make sure they are back and relaxed before we go live. So on daily basis, we are going live so that we treat a lot of topics we have. We have a lot of topics. Remember, we still have our organic plants we need to treat. 999 organic plants we need to treat. And it's still coming up. Those organic plants are on antibacterial, antiviral, antiparasite, growth boosters, immune boosters, and respiratory issue. All these plants that can help you to treat all this, and we're going to treat them on this particular life. It's not today. We're going on daily basis. Thank you, Madam Joy. God bless you. Please, if you are there with us, send us message. The next thing is, once you get the size of the pellets for them, they will eat enough. So the different growth stages, ensure that feed sizes is appropriate. Scramble for chicks, pellets for growers and finishers. So if you are giving them pellets, make sure they are for finishers. They are already grown well, so that they be able to swallow those pellets. If you are giving pellets to small chickens, they will not eat it, and it will affect their growth also. The next one is maintain feed freshness. Make sure that the feed you serve them immediately you get the feed. Don't delay feed. Some farmers buy the whole feed at the same time. It's a wrong practice for you to go and buy feed and keep the feed for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in your farm. And if that place is swampy, it's going to affect the feed texture, and it's going to affect the feed freshness also. Most of the time, the feed will be smelling as if it is rotten. The chickens, if they are not attracted to that feed, they will not eat it too. That's one thing. They need to be attracted to that feed. There is feed attractant. If you keep that feed too long and it's not attractive to them, they may not eat that feed. That is why it's always good for you to buy feed that they can finish within a short period of time. Then you buy another one. Provide clean and fresh water always for them. Chickens need clean and fresh water at all times. Dehydration reduces their appetite and slow down their growth rate. So you need to give them quality water, good water. Don't just go and give them anyhow water or water that is salty. No. If you want to give them salt, give them salt. If it's for their drinking, give them fresh water always. That is how you can get them eating. If there is no water for them, they don't eat. That's one thing with chicken. If you don't give them water, chicken will be seeing the feed, they will not eat it because there is no water for them. So you always give them food and water at the same time. Even if they don't have food, make sure they have water. That's one thing with them. Ensure proper lighting schedule. At night, let there be light for them. Chickens eat always. Once they see light, they will eat always. And if you want to sell your chicken in a short period of time, make sure they eat both day and night. As they eat day and night, that's how they will convert the feed also, and they will grow faster. That is one of the reasons for giving them light. Let there be light throughout the night till daybreak. If you don't have solar system, you can go and buy this small bulb, small battery light and put for them. Make sure they are eating at night. That's how you get massive weight within a short period of time. Use feed additives and appetite stimulant, appetite boosters. For us here, I've told you about this particular product, our EcoBio Booster. This is a very good probiotic to boost their immune system. It enhances them to eat well. So always look for this. Order for it, we'll send it to you. Order for it, we'll send it to you. We have them in different sizes. It stimulates the appetite so that they will be able to eat. When they're eating, please don't cry that their chicken are eating too much. There is no how they can grow without food. So if you are saying my chickens are eating too much, you are making a mistake. You should be grateful that your chickens are eating, because what they eat is what they will give. It's garbage in, garbage out. If they eat well, they'll convert it to meat for you. That feed they're eating, they'll convert it to meat, to flesh. That's what you get. So if your chickens are eating well, you're supposed to be thankful that they're eating well also. So always use additives and appetite stimulant like this EcoBio Booster. Natural feed enhancers like garlic, ginger, and molasses can improve digestion and increase appetite in chicken and poultry birds. So it is always good for you to give them. The next one is reduce stress and disturbances. If you want them to grow faster, stress during stress period, maybe overheating, their pen is covered that they don't have fresh air. They will hardly eat because they will be breathing from their mouth. They will open their mouth and be breathing. That time they are breathing, and if they're hungry, they will not eat because the same mouth they will use to eat, from the same mouth they are breathing. You can see what stress causes them. That's why at times you see a chicken raising their heads up, breathing, looking for air, looking for fresh air, as if they're asthmatic. That is sign of what? Stress. So if they are stressful, they will not eat. And during that period, they are not eating. There's no how they can convert feed because they can only convert what they are eating. So always make sure they have fresh air always. So avoid noisy areas. Chicken doesn't like noise. Both the laying chicken, even broilers, noise always frightens them. That's why they don't like anything that scare them. So they don't like noise. Overcrowding is not good also. So sudden changes in the environment. Don't be transferring your chicken from one location to another location. This causes stress and reduces feed intake, and at the same time reduce weight gain. So make sure once after brooding, send them to a rearing house and don't be shifting them from one place to another place. It always affects them. Maintain optimal stocking density. Make sure that the space provided for them is enough for them to move around, because when they move around, they will be able to convert their feed. If you have just joined us, please send us your location. Send us message you have joined us and tap your hands 2 times on the screen, double times. That is liking. Tap your hands on the screen. Now, overcrowding leads to competition. Once they're overcrowded, it leads to competition, and it affects their feed and water intake. So what you do is make sure they have enough space. If they have enough space, there will be nothing like cannibalism. This one, they will be using their mouth to peck on others. And once they peck that one, if blood starts rushing from that one, they will like to be pecking on that blood to make sure that one dies. So it causes, because of the cause of what? Overcrowding. And this overcrowding is because of what? Overstocking. So maintain optimal stocking density always, because overcrowding will lead to competition, which will lead to reduced feed and water intake. So proper stocking density will always maximize feed consumption and feed what? Conversion. To always do this. Madam Charity, you are welcome. Thank you from Abuja. Yes. How are you feeling the heat in Abuja now? Thank you, Madam Charity. Thank you for joining us. If you have just joined us, please send us your location. Send us where you're joining from. Send us message. If you don't send message, you will not appear on this live. Please send us message and tell us where you're joining us from, where you're watching from. Next one is offer grit for better digestion, like corn and most of all these grits, all this do you know that stone, all this limestone helps in digestion? That is why you see that, like, there's limestone in feed. If your feed are not converting their feed, if your chickens are not converting their feed easily, get limestone and grind it and mix in their feed also. Limestone helps in grinding the feed, in breaking the feed particles, and it helps in what? Feed conversion. So always provide grit for them, these small stones or sand. It helps chickens grind food efficiently, and which leads to better nutrient absorption and fast growth. So any feed you're formulating, make sure they have limestone in that feed. Always adjust feeder height. Some farmers make mistake of keeping their feeder on the floor. It's a very bad, it's a bad practice. Don't keep your feeders on the floor. How do you keep the feeders? Check the height of that chicken. If they are small, if they are maybe 1 month old, check their height and raise the feeder to their shoulder level. That their shoulder level is what you raise it for them to that level. They will not be bending down to eat. Make sure the feeder is always at their shoulder level. So once the feeder is on the floor, chickens find it difficult to eat. They don't eat well. You may think that they are eating well, but they are not eating to their efficiency. They are not eating to their capacity. Once the feeder is on the floor, always raise their feeder to their shoulder height, both the feeders and water. If you can't do that, use stone, big stone or block, and put under and read, or use rope and tie it up, so that as they are growing, you'll be drawing the rope and be raising it higher. As they're growing higher, you'll raise it higher to their shoulder level always. That's how you can get them to eat well. And you should always be happy that your chickens are eating well. Please avoid weight or spoiled feed. Any feed that has that, like now that we're entering into rainy season now, many of these truck drivers that carry the feed from places to location where you are, once the rain is falling, some of them doesn't cover their tarpaulin. Some of them, their tarpaulin are leaking. So rain will fall on the feed. Some of the water will pass to that feed, and that particular area the water touches will block and mold. And that place, the smell of that particular feed will not be good. Remember that these feed are grains, just like you now soaking grains and keep it inside your house for days. It's going to smell. That feed will not be smelling nice. And chickens are attractive to good smells, like smell of fish, smell of corn, smell of soya bean, and smell of groundnut cake. If they perceive this aroma, it attracts them to the feed and they eat well. So if the feed is smelling foul smell, they will not like to go to the feed. If they're eating, they will eat as if, unless when they are too hungry, they will not like to taste small. And you think that the chicken is sick, you start bombarding them with antibiotics, which will weigh them down more, and you start losing most of your chickens. So make sure that you don't give them food that is rotten. Implement a feeding schedule. Feed them at the appropriate time. Train your chickens to eat at a specific time daily to maximize feed intake and digestion efficiency. If you are giving them food by 6 p.m. every day, make sure that by 6 p.m. you give them food. If you're giving them by 6 a.m., maybe 3 times in a day, make sure that 3 times in a day is adequate. Every day, you give them that 3 times in a day. By that time, they'll be waiting for you. If you give them food by 6 a.m., they always wait for you by 6 a.m. They're already hungry, waiting for you. If you give them 6 a.m. today, tomorrow 6 p.m., the next day, changing from time to time, it makes chicken not to grow. If they're eating, they don't eat with satisfaction. So stick to a particular time. That's how you can get massive growth rate within a short period of time. So use phase feeding for better growth. So change feed formula according to the best growth stage. As they are growing from super starter, you go to starter. from starter. As they are growing, you go to growers feed. At least for broilers, within the breeding period, for the first week of life, you can give the super starter for the first 1 week. After 1 week, the second week, you can start with starter. Super starter is always 24% good protein. Then starter feed is between 21 to 22% good protein. You change to starter feed. Then as they are grown, as after brooding, immediately after brooding, from 4 weeks, you start with grower feed. You give the grower for 1 week. Then the next week, maybe if you want to sell a chicken in 6 weeks, from the 5th week, you start giving them finisher. Give them finisher for 5th week and 6th week. Then you sell your chickens off for 6 weeks. Then if you are rearing your chicken to 8 weeks, after 1 month, continue with super starter for the first week. Second week, you start giving them starter feed. Then after starter feed, you give them grower feed for the 4th week. For 4th week, 5th week, grower. 6th week, you give them grower. 7th week and 8th week, you give them finisher. You are going to get massive weight. In fact, if you carry your broilers, it will be too heavy that you cannot even carry them. And that's why you make money. Because people buy meat, they don't buy age. They don't buy my chicken is 6 months. No. What they buy is what is the weight of the chicken. When they raise it up and the chicken has weight, that's when they will start pricing it. So if your chicken is 6 months old and it doesn't have weight, nobody asks for it. If you have questions, please, as we are talking, present your questions. I would like to go through your questions. I'm watching the screen and see your questions. Any question you said, I will see it. That's one. Reduce competition at feeders. Make sure you have enough feeder. Have many feeders. So having many feeders give you enough room for your chicken to do what? Eat. And as they're eating, they will have enough space. This one will be eating from this angle, this one will be eating from this angle. But if you have only few feeders, they will be struggling with that feed. The ones that are the weak ones will not be eating. You know that some chicken doesn't like rush. They don't like competition. As others are eating, they will perch on one corner, waiting for others to finish eating. And if others finish eating and there's no more feed for them to eat, they will not cry for you. They'll be waiting. And as they are not eating, there's no how they will grow. That's why you see their chicken, they're not growing at equal rate. Others will grow bigger, while others will be too small. And those small ones will continue growing big. And while the small ones continue being small, that's how it is. Because the big ones will not give them space to eat. But once you have enough feeders and enough drinkers, they will have space. This one will be eating from different angles. This one will be eating from different. Okay, connected. Please, if you just join us, please send us your location. Once you send the location, we will know that you are online with us. Madam Joy say, I need the Eco Bio Booster. Exactly that content. Okay, I'll send you a link on the. Please check this video, check this particular live now. On the description side, you see a number. Send message with that number. Then I'll know your location that I can send it to your location. You said you are from Aba. Okay, we'll send it to you in Aba. I need the Eco Bio, okay, and feed booster. This video now, you check the description of this particular live. You see a number there. Send that listen to WhatsApp. That WhatsApp number. We'll now get how you get the thing to your location. Thank you. Madam Charity, God bless you. Which part of Abuja are you? May God bless you. I'm broadcasting from Abuja also. May God bless each and every one of us for joining us in this live. Provide adequate ventilation. Ventilation is very good. Good airflow prevents heat stress, which can reduce feed intake and slow down growth. Please, if you have not watched my video on how to build your chicken cube, that is your poultry house, watch it. You know how to build it. There must be net. After 2 coaches of block, others should be net from down to the roof, so that there will be always air. During the cold time, you use sack and cover it. But during the heat time, you fold the whole sack up so that they will have cross ventilation. If your chickens are not having enough airflow, they will always be stressful. Remember that they generate heat within themselves. And that heat always affects them. It affects their eating. It affects their drinking of water. They drink too much during heat period. They will drink too much, and once they drink excess water more than the food, their poop will be watery, and that's why you see them staining the whole poultry pen with water. And this will give rise to give rise to pathogens that will grow bacteria and parasites like coccidiosis. That is because of too much water on the floor. It will now give rise to all this growth. This growth will now stimulate the growth of pathogens that will give rise to other infections that will affect them. You now start spending much money on drugs. But once they have enough air, they will hardly their pen is always dry, clean and dry. So provide adequate ventilation for your chickens always. Cross ventilation. All the areas should be open in the heat period. Keep the brooder and coop clean. Their brooding house should be clean always so that you will not contact any infection. A dirty environment can cause disease outbreak that lower appetite and keep the coop and affect the growth of your birds. Once your chickens have any infection, they will hardly eat. And if they don't eat, there's no how they can convert the feed. So they will not grow. That's what it means. And if they don't grow, there's no how they can get weight. So all these things work together. That means if you have a very clean environment, the infection is ruled out. They will hardly have infection. If they don't have infection, it means any food they eat, they will be able to convert it. They will start growing, continue growing continuously. And the food you are giving to them will be entering their body also. You will not be wasting your money on feed that is not working. That's one thing. So make sure you use probiotics and antibiotics. Probiotics is very important. Use probiotics more than antibiotics. I've shown you our probiotic here. This EcoBoy Booster is a probiotic, it's not an antibiotic. It prevents infections, it boosts their immunity, it strengthens their growth and their weight also. So probiotics is better. If you are giving them antibiotics always, remember that antibiotics itself affect their growth. Many farmers always give antibiotics so that the chicken will not encounter any infection. No, it's a bad habit. It's not a good practice. Please. Give probiotics instead of antibiotics. You as a human being, if you drink too much of antibiotics, most times antibiotics drain the blood from the system. It drains their blood and it will affect them. If you see a man or a woman that's on drugs, you know that this person is on drug. There's no human being that will be on drug on regular basis that will be healthy. You hardly see a healthy man that is on drug. It's difficult. Do you know that antibiotics itself draws blood from human body? So if you are giving your chicken or poultry birds antibiotics, it's a bad habit. Only give them medication when they are not healthy. If they are healthy, don't give them medication. Use probiotic. Probiotic is just like taking multivitamin. As a human being, some parents, some people, some men or families, they have multivitamins on their dining table. After eating food, they take the multivitamin to boost the food they have eaten. Those are beverages. So if you're giving your chicken probiotics, it is a beverage. It has multivitamins, minerals, and vitamins that boost their growth and their immunity. If you're giving them antibiotics, you are draining their blood. It's going to affect their growth and going to affect their weight also. So antibiotics is ruled out. You only cure sick birds. Any bird that is healthy doesn't need medication. Note this, please. Another one, ensure free environment. If you have a very good space in your poultry house, always allow your chicken to come out and take fresh air. The sun alone contains a lot of vitamins that will enhance their growth. Free. You are not buying it. So if you have a very big compound, maybe it is a very fenced compound, most times open the pen for them, give them food outside, bring the food outside for them to eat. Most especially if your compound is well floored, bring the food outside, keep them food outside, let them move around, let the sun touches them. The sun itself contains a lot of vitamins that will help them to grow, which you don't pay for. You don't pay for it at all. It's free. It's a gift of nature. So this is a very good practice also. And this sun also prevent a lot of infections on them. And as they come out, their pen will be free. Then fresh air will pass in and blow out anything that can cause pathogens in the pen. It's going to give them free, fresh air always. It's a very good bit also for you to allow your chickens to come out and enjoy fresh air. Offer occasional treats of varieties. Feeding natural supplements like fresh greens, mealworms, or fermented grains can stimulate appetite. So most of the times, ferment this corn, grind the corn and ferment it, put it inside water and soak it for some days. Give it to them. Then all these grasses within your area, all these grasses like pawpaw leaf, neem, aloe vera, and rest of them, add it to their feed. Also mix it in their feed. Other green grasses, even the pumpkin stem. This pumpkin stem, you can cut it to pieces and mix it with their feed and give to them. They like green leaves. Chicken like them so much, and it helps them to boost their immunity. It helps them to grow them because it contains a lot of minerals and vitamins. So always do this. It's a good practice also. You can get massive weight. Another one, monitor feed intake daily. If you are giving them feed, measure the feed you give them in a day. Don't just give them feed, open the bag and pour. No. If you're giving them 10 kg every day, monitor their eating, how long it takes them to finish that 10 kg. If you're giving them 20 kg on daily basis, monitor how long it takes them to finish that. Then check tomorrow also. Assuming you give them food by 6 o'clock, 10 kg by 6 o'clock, come back by 8 o'clock and see whether they have finished. If they have finished that feed by 8 o'clock, it means in 2 hours they're able to consume 10 kg of feed. Then tomorrow, check the same tomorrow also, whether they can finish it under 2 hours. If they're not adding, if they're not increasing on daily basis, it means there's something wrong with them. So you need to monitor their feed intake on daily basis. Regularly check if the chickens are eating properly. A sudden drop in feed intake may indicate illness. Once there is any sudden drop in the quantity of feed they eat and the timing, it means some of them are not feeling fine or most of them are infected. Because once chickens stop eating, it means they are infected or there is something wrong with the feed. Either you are giving them the wrong feed or they are not healthy. Please, if you just join us, send us message. If you just join us, please send message and drop questions based on what we are teaching now. Drop your questions. I'll answer them for you. Drop your questions because we will not stay too long. Very soon we are stopping for today. Use natural growth boosters always. Herbs like moringa, aloe vera, and turmeric can help you improve digestion and promote faster weight gain in your broilers and in your poultry breasts. Not only broilers, both turkey, geese, guinea fowl, duck, and others. These natural boosters can help. Remember, I'll teach 999 organic plants you can use to boost your poultry health and growth. We can start it. We may even start it tomorrow after today's topic. It's going to be under antiviral, both growth boosters, antibacterial, parasite, and other even pain relievers. There are some extracts, there are some plants that can help them to relieve pains, most especially when they have injuries. It can help, it can cure. Even respiratory issues, there are some herbs that can take care of those things. We are going to teach it also. Next one is prevent and treat diseases promptly. Always monitor your birds every morning. Once you wake up in the morning, go to your pen and look at your birds. Those ones that are not the ones that are not active, bring them out and monitor them closely and know if actually they are having issues. If they have issues, treat them immediately. Separate them from others so that they will not infect others. Separate them immediately from others so they will not infect others. That's one of the things you need to do always, regularly. Check them always. Because once there is an outbreak, it's going to affect all the chickens. Then you start spending a huge amount of money on treating all the birds. The money you have used to spend on one particular chicken alone, you will not spend it for all of them. It will not going to cost you a huge amount of money in taking care of all the birds at the same time. Whereas you will spend that money for one chicken and take care of that bird and return it back to the pen. So this is all we have. So sick birds are less. They have short appetite. They don't eat well. You need to know that they don't eat well. So ensure proper feed conversion efficiency. How do you know that your chickens are converting their feed? If your chicken eats 1 kg of feed, they're supposed to gain at least 1 kg of meat in 1 week time. You need to know this, please. Once they eat 1 kg, they're supposed to gain weight also. Ensure feed conversion efficiency always. Control parasites, most especially all these lice on their body. Always make sure they don't have parasites. Once the chicken are using their mouth to check their body, it means they have ectoparasite. Always monitor it, please. Check this. Once there is mites, lice, and worms, this reduces feed intake. So regularly deworm them and control the pests in their body, which will help them to maintain their health always. Rotate feeders position always. From time to time, you move their feeder from one location to another location. Don't keep their feeders in one particular place always. Rotate their feeders and shift their feeders from one place to another place. It gives poultry joy. They like moving. It gives them happiness to move from one place to another place. So don't keep their position on always one position always. It's not good. Monitor growth progress every week. Their growth progress should be monitored every week. Use scale, as I always tell you, use digital scale. Every week you put them on scale and check their weight, whether they're adding or they're reducing. Always do this on weekly basis. Train birds with sound cues. Use signals. Make sure you teach. There's a way you teach your chickens. They will see signs. Inside their poultry house, they know when you are giving them food and when you don't have food for them. They will always monitor them. All these ones are very good. So you do this. This will help you to do what? Improve the growth and boost the immunity of your poultry birds. So boosting feed intake and achieving faster growth in chicken is a combination of proper nutritional and environmental management. It's not only feed alone. The environment, biosecurity is one of them. When they consume feed in a very good environment, they will grow faster and reach their maximum weight potential. So implement all the strategies I've given to you. It will give you a consistent growth rate and best result within a short period of time. So, and it's going to enhance your poultry business and your profitability in the business. So if you want any question, please send it. If you have any question, please drop your questions. Let me answer your questions on this particular topic or any other topic we have treated, even the ones you're not treated. If you are having issue in your poultry house for now, you're having issues, drop your questions. This is a question time now. Ask the questions. Questions, because we are stopping anytime from now. Tomorrow we'll continue also, even if it's 30 minutes on daily basis. It will help us to go a long way to treat most of all these topics. We have a lot of topics to treat, and these topics are going to help you to drop the money you're spending on feed and the medications. Many farmers are spending huge amount of money. So needing to pay to buy medications difficult. They will prefer a chicken to die than for them to buy medication to give their chicken. And most of all these things you can get them within your household. You can get the extract, all these plants in your household, and use the extract to treat. If you know them, the ones you don't know, you won't know it. You can't use them. So if you have a question, drop your questions. Any question, please send your questions. We are stopping any minute from now. Send your questions. Question time. If you have questions, send your question on this topic. So you always learn how to choose high quality feed. Discover how to use natural additives to rear your chicken. Make sure you avoid stress and overcrowding. Implement good ventilation and lighting system for your poultry birds so that they will eat at night. Chicken always eat anytime they see light. They like eating, and once they eat, they will do what? Convert the feed for you. So all these are things, the tips. I've given you about 30 tips today that you can use to get the maximum best weight. All these powerful tips, you use them to transform your poultry farming business and increase profit while keeping your birds healthy and thriving well. These are the tips you need to implement. Implement all of them. You're going to get them. Please like the video. Like the video, please. If you want to like the video, tap your hands 2 times on the screen, double times on the screen. Like the video. We are stopping here for now. Tomorrow we'll continue also. If you are just joining us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, then activate the bell notification so that anytime we release the update, so anytime we go live, the app will send you signal. I thank all of you today that have joined us in today's live. May God join you in your own business. You prosper in your own business. If you approve my prayer, say amen. Send amen to me, please. God will bless all of you for joining us in today's live. And remember that tomorrow, by the same time tomorrow, we'll still go live again on a different topic. Share the video to reach more. As you are dropping, share the video to reach more farmers and more subscribers also. We end today's live here. Continue tomorrow. Since you don't have any question to ask, please, if you don't have a question here, please don't send question to me on WhatsApp. I will not answer it. This is the time to ask your questions. If you send question for me on WhatsApp, I will not even reply you. I will not even question at all. This is where you ask your questions here. Send your questions here. I'm here for you. That's why you see me live. Send all your questions now. Not after you start telling me my chickens are twisting neck. I will not answer it on WhatsApp. I will not treat that. I will not even reply you at all. So for now, I say bye for all of us. May God bless you. Bye-bye for now. Okay.